Hey, this is Tyler with Sub G. Today we're going to be talking about one of the fastest ways to improve your grappling skills. We're not talking about one singular technique. We're talking about gaining perspective by utilizing recordings in between your training sessions. You'll have a third-person view of your decision-making and physical execution during live training. You'll be building a catalog of your training sessions that you can review over time. Keep accurate statistics of how your training sessions went, what worked, what didn't, what maybe you should improve on first. You can compare yourself against professionals and see how you match up. You can take that footage and give it to a coach that you don't have physical access to for their insight and their review of it. How hard do you want to go with it? Record yourself drilling if you want to as well. If you haven't recorded yourself in live training sessions, you're missing out on a major boost that'll make a huge difference and set you apart from your peers. You don't want to be left behind. All right, before we get into it, I just want to talk about Ed for a second. Ed's a student here. At first he was training 1 day a week, then 2 days a week, now 3 days a week. Anyway, I can see his progression as he advances, increasing his frequency of training. Here's a clip of Ed and I training this morning at 7 a.m. This is his first martial art that he's ever done. He was in excellent physical condition when he started. Abs, super strong grips. All right, he's starting off in the shin on belly, working to pin my far side arm and create a head and arm exposure. But once he goes to move into it, like here, he could have done the move we did, pull me back, try to step over. That's kind of what he goes for here, but it was already just past the moment. And now we're more in a Darce position. He stays too close to my hips, allowing me to get the leg underneath his body, the shin underneath his body. Keeping his shoulders in front of his knees, he creates the opportunity for an armbar and triangle exposure. Once he recovers his knees back under his torso, he'll be able to gain some height and defend that combination attack. Pushing my leg across, making me move into the turtle position. But be careful of your leg, your near leg in that situation. It can become single leg, it can become back take if you don't whizzer. And then from here, Ed works to stand up or to increase his height with his shoulders in one moment. And when you go to do this, just try to stand up all the way. Because if you don't, it's going to result in them being heavy on you, leaning on the back control, and making the position more difficult to deal with over time. You see now, just the leaning of the back control, it makes things more difficult. And then the shifting back and forth, eventually you're more likely to tip over if they're attached. Here, defending the top, the leg from going over, move into a strangle distraction to set up the underhook side for the armbar. Ed works to defend the top leg. If you move the top knee in, you can compress the arm for a moment. And now it shifts to triangle. If you turn up into this, you put yourself in a triangle opposed to defending the armbar, which turning up into the armbar there can be really helpful. You'll pass and compress it, but with the triangle, you'll move into it tighter. All right, so we restart here. Ed works to attack the back, but not blocking or not keeping enough pressure as a result of him being on his knees is what allows me to lift my leg like that. If he was on his toes, he would have had a lot more pressure and would have been able to deal with that. Move into butterfly sweep off camera there real quick, and let's go back. So you see Ed's getting his shoulders too far in front of his hips, and that's what's making the arm drag attempt there. And then it switches to butterfly again as he goes to recorrect his posture and loads back up over his heels. Ed goes for half guard. We get into reverse top half guard. Bringing his hand up over his hip creates the opportunity to pin the wrist. Deep half guard is a good solution for that position. Move back. So we move back into frame here. So Ed had a good squeeze on his side control, and then he shifts to prevent that knee from moving under his body. He brings his weight up, he shifts back, creates an opportunity to catch his arm with my legs and then move in for the low shin defense. Hips away and re-enter from Kimura to butterfly to back take. And from here, scraping the hip, belly down for a moment, just to get that top side hip to become the low side hip, and then hip out, sit up, or just keep your back on the floor. Thank you for watching, and since we're a new channel, every like, share, comment, and subscription really makes a big difference. If you enjoyed this and would like to see more content like this, please make sure to do those things, and we'll make more.